Hello and welcome to my workshop. My name is Paul and I've been a car fanatic for well over 20 years. I've always stuck to the mechanical side of car repairs, but now I'm starting to get into the bodywork side and I really love it. So I've been out and I've bought loads of cars, all of them need a lot of work. Some are going to be worth more restoring as standard, others are not worth much, so we're just going to cut them about and modify them and have some fun. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the first one. And here's the star of this video. It's a 1998 BMW Z3. It's the base model 4-cylinder, so it's not overly collectible, and I think it's devalued even more by this satin black spray can finish. Originally it was like a British racing green, so it's not a bad colour really. But the best thing about these cars is all the body panels unbolt, even these rear quarters. There's like an inner skeleton that holds the car strong. So I think the first thing we'll do is whip off all the panels, have a look at the condition and kind of go from there and see if it's worth restoring it or maybe thinking about doing something else. But we'll have a go. Right, let's crack on. It's been a few days now since I stripped down the Z3 and I've been mulling over the costs of doing it. It owes me £800 at the moment and I need to shove another 300 into it to get it back to standard, and I just don't think it's worth it. So I think we're going to have some fun. So I've had a good idea. Now I can drive it around as it is because if it's internal chassis it's strong enough anyway, but the wheels stick out and the engine bay is visible, so if I bump into anybody by accident, of course, it's sharp edges, so we just can't do that. So I've cracked up a plan and I think we're going to do this. Using my shocking Microsoft Paint skills, I've come up with this way of showing you what the thoughts are in my mind. I'm thinking we do an external cage all the way around the car, keeping the Beamer looks and the same lines of the cage, but just doing it like Space Frame, kind of Mad Max style, but more race. Right, the next step on the car is to set the height of it. We don't want to put the cage on and then lower it after and the cage is too close to the floor. So I've ordered some coilovers which will hopefully come tomorrow. We'll get them slapped on, get it sat on the ground as low as we can get it, and then start doing the cage. Here's the old strut. It's a McPherson strut. This is because the shock absorber goes up inside the coil spring. Looks like there's only 3 bolts at the bottom and 3 at the top, and then it'll be off. Right, let's get the tools. These haven't been off in a while. Hopefully it won't snap. Come on. Bit of super crack. There's me crack. Yeah! Oh yeah. you beauty. Plumbing out, that took ages. What a nightmare. Right, here's the old shock. So you can see on this, the lower spring plate where it sits is not adjustable. Whereas on this nice shiny new coilover, it's got a nut that you can adjust up and down. So that will take the spring upwards, making it lift, downwards, bringing the body lower. So that's what we want to do. So I've set this one already as low as it can go. So we'll just see what it's like when we get it on the ground. Right, I'm going to stick this on and do the other side, and then I'll catch you in a bit. Well, that's both front shocks now on, and the wheels are just on temporary to see what it looks like. You can already see it's brought it real nice up into the arch. So when we get that down, that car's going to sit low. And you can see the difference it makes. So we'll get stuck into the back now, and hopefully that will be here when we've finished. All right, let's get cracking. Ooh. So here's the back setup. It's not like the front with the McPherson strut. The spring and the shock is separate on this. I'm hoping it's just the bottom nut off the shock and then the spring will come out. Just the top we're going to worry about because it looks like it goes up through the body and under the roof. So we might have to just pop the soft top roof off. The new spring is adjustable. So it's a shorter spring, but this plate, you can adjust this nut so it will bring the body down or lift the body up. So we're going to set this as low as we can go. And here's the new shock. Nice and yellow, which is not that good, but yeah, we'll get that on. Right, let's get cracking. There we go. That's the easy bit. Right, let's get the new stuff. A bit easier. So that's the spring and the shock fitted. Let's put the wheel on, drop it down and see how it looks. Right, so looking at this, I mean, it's not far off. I think we need to bring the front up just a little bit, just so it's even. So we'll do that. I'll have a play about, and then we'll sit it properly on the ground and have a look at it. And there we have it, folks. It's on the floor. It's looking better already. Join us next time when I'll start laying some pipe down, making the cage. See you again.